You have a vision. There's a gap between where you are and where you want to be. And that is one of the hardest psychological places to sit in. There's a tension there. And that tension makes you question whether or not this whole thing is even worth pursuing, is even worth putting all this work into for. And I want you to take a moment and save this video, because you will come back to this video. If your current reality doesn't match the life that you want to live, then this video is for you. You're showing up, you're trying, you're building, but your circumstances still look the same. And that makes you question yourself. What is the point of all this? Here's the thing that we need to remember. Vision grows before evidence flows. You have an internal shift first. I have a goal. You have an aspiration. And that's your internal shift. But the external results lag. Most people quit in that lag. The version of you that sees that bigger life, she exists before the life does. And we need to remember that. You need to remember that what you're doing, this lag, is where you're building momentum. When you quit in the middle, you don't fail. You just interrupt momentum. Immediate reality is slow. Seeds grow underground before they break soil. And I swear, reminding yourself this is key during this period. That's what I'm saying. Come back to this video whenever you need to, because reminding yourself that you need to continue going before you see a breakthrough is honestly the hardest part of this whole thing that you're trying to build for yourself, what you're trying to do in life. I want you to think about this differently for a second. Your current reality is just delayed evidence of your past actions. Now, what does that mean? It's not punishment. It's not proof that you're incapable. It's just a result of what you've been consistently doing up until now. So if you avoided uncomfortable things in the past, your life reflects that now. If you stayed small in certain areas in the past, your life also reflects that now. Likewise, if you were consistent in something in the past, even if it was something small, your life reflects that too. So what does that mean? Our present moment is just a receipt. Here's the part that should calm you down. Your future reality is delayed evidence of what you're doing now. The effort you're putting in today, the discipline you're building, the standards you're raising, they don't show up immediately. Growth is delayed. It takes time. Muscle doesn't appear the first week you work out. Confidence doesn't appear the first time you speak up. Momentum doesn't appear the first time you try something new. There's always a lag, and that's what I need you to remember. And most people quit in this lag because they assume that if they can't see results, then nothing's happening. But that is not true. I've honestly been one of those people, and I'm not ashamed to say it. It's just the truth. But the key is how you bounce back. How you bounce back, that's important. So you just need to remind yourself to continue building momentum. If you're consistent enough in what you're trying to do, what you're trying to build, the evidence will follow through eventually. Just think of a seed. It takes time before you see it grow into a flower, and then a garden is made. I'm coming to you guys and saying this as someone who's in the middle too. I don't have the results yet that I want, but I do have the vision, and that's enough to keep me moving. Although there are times where I get so overwhelmed and stuck in the lag that I feel like quitting. And sometimes I do quit temporarily for a day or two, for a week, for 2 weeks. And then I literally tell myself, get the fuck up. And what are you doing? Get up. Because guess what? The 2 weeks that I did quit, it doesn't stop the 4 months of work I did put in. It doesn't outweigh that. It's just 2 weeks, and here's my 4 months. Now I gotta keep going. But if I took those 2 weeks and I quit, 6 months into the year, boom, that momentum is gone. So what do I say this all to say? You're not behind, you're just early. The gap between vision and reality is where most people give up. Don't be most people. Be the 1% and don't give up. I'm telling this to myself as well. I can't give up. I have no other choice. So just because it doesn't look different yet doesn't mean it isn't becoming different. Hopefully this helped one of you guys out there. Let me know if it did. And like I said, come back to this video whenever you need some encouragement to remind yourself that you need to keep going. Be the 1%.